Hi everyone, Greeno here and welcome to another video here on Greeno Eats. Now as you can probably tell behind me, I am still in Blackpool and it's a bit of a nicer day today. The sun is trying its best to shine through the clouds. Not terribly successfully, but it's trying nonetheless. But at least it's not raining. Still a bit breezy, but not as bad as it was. So perfectly pleasant for having a little stroll down the seafront. And there's something I want to go and check out. Now it's just a couple of streets back from the seafront, so goodness knows where it's going to be. We'll have to see. But it's a bit of an institution here in Blackpool. We're going looking for the £1 burger man. Come on. So as you'll know if you watched my previous video, I'm actually staying at the hotel in the football ground, which is sort of a Radisson owned thing there, which is rather nice by comparison to some of the guest houses or whatever I've been walking past. But there really is something for everyone here in Blackpool, all budgets. If you really are on a limited budget, you can stay here for like 30, 40 quid a night. So as long as you can get here, it doesn't have to be an expensive couple of days away. And you know, if the weather's all right, there's bits and pieces to do. Again, not all of them that really have to cost you a lot of money. You can just walk up and down the seafront and take it all in. Spend a couple of quid in the arcade. So yeah, I mean, I know, you know, people look down their nose a little bit at places like this sometimes, but you know, if you kind of know what you're getting into, it doesn't have to be an expensive weekend away. You can have a bit of fun, a couple of beers, job done, isn't it? That's the British seaside for you. One thing I have noticed wandering around Blackpool is there's all these brightly painted, colourful Elmers, which are some kind of charity thing. I think at the end of the summer, they're available to bid on if people want to. It's like an auction kind of thing, and it'll be a fundraiser for charity. So, but there's loads of them about. I've seen about 20 of them, I think. Right, so we're down by the central pier. There are 3 piers, I think, altogether, which is why I guess one of them is a central one. There's a north one and a south one. And somewhere tucked in the back streets around here is the place we're looking for. So let's go find it. Right, just 2 streets back from the front behind the central pier, I found it. Higgitt's Family Amusements, home of the £1 burger. Let's go get one. Right, I would like a £1 burger, please.
Onions?
And onions, yes, please.
Sauce?
Mustard on there, please.
This was preset, he did tell me mustard on it. But he forgot to turn the camera on.
I did.
Apparently he's
Amateur.
He's a new YouTuber, Greeno or something like that.
That's right, Greeno. Yeah, exactly.
You're down south somewhere.
I am from Bournemouth.
Sound like a southerner to me.
Yeah, Bournemouth neck of the woods. So I've come up here, all the way up here to see you.
So you come up here to meet the real people, have you?
That's right, exactly. Come and get some value for money food.
Absolutely.
You know,
So
not that.
Burger. Any onions on your hot dog?
Hot dog, yes, please. We'll have some onions on there and a little bit of ketchup if possible.
No problem.
Yeah.
Right, that's just £2.
Oh, look at that, £2. Cash only.
Oh, absolutely. We don't do none of that
Yeah.
rubbish card stuff here.
Well, you can't afford the card fees if you're doing them for a quid a go, can you? It's ridiculous.
See that? All that for £2. You'd never get that down south for £2, would you?
No, you wouldn't get anything down south for £2.
Well, that's true. That's true.
You wouldn't even be able to get the bus to get the bloody thing in the first place for £2 down there. So there we go. So look at that. We got a £1 burger there, onions and mustard,
Well, what can I get
hot
you guys?
dog with ketchup. That's what we're talking about. So here we go, folks. I got the goodies in hand. A £1 burger with onions and mustard and a £1 hot dog with onions and ketchup. £2. The value I'm finding in Blackpool is quite astounding. We had that meal from Tower Fisheries. What was that? £7.85 for cod, chips, tea, curry sauce and peas and a bread and butter. And now £2 for this. So let's go and find ourselves somewhere nice to sit down by the sea, and we'll give them a try, shall we? So here I am, down by the seaside. You can see just there in the background we have the sea, the beach, and the central pier behind me. Basically, I'm looking at the Blackpool Tower right now. I would have preferred to do this the other way around, but the wind is so strong again now. It's picked up, and you wouldn't be able to hear a word I'm saying. So let's give these little items a try then, shall we? So first up, we have got this hot dog. Let's take a look at this. See what I mean about the wind? So it's just a hot dog there in a nice, fairly soft roll, it has to be said. with some onions and some ketchup. So nothing fancy about it, but then for £1, what do you expect? Let's give it a try. That's all right. The roll, like I say, nice and soft and fresh. The hot dog itself is a pretty basic hot dog. It's like one of those ones you get in a jar if you're into home bargains or something. But again, for £1. The onions are cooked quite nicely. They're boiled rather than fried, but that's quite nice on a hot dog, isn't it? They've still got a tiny little bit of bite to them, but not a raw onion taste. You know what? I mean, if you're down here with your family, I was just saying about Blackpool doesn't have to be an expensive weekend away, does it? If you're here with the kids and you just want to get a snack for them during the day, or you buy a bag of chips somewhere to share and you want something cheap to go with it, what's not to like? My kids would love this. And for £1, well, you can't go wrong, can you? So let's have a look at this burger. Now, you may have seen on my channel previously, I actually made a burger at home for less than £1 with some chips and some coleslaw and what have you. That was just using a very cheap Iceland burger. This is a bit more substantial than what I made. It's a bigger patty, that's for sure. There we go. Just been cooked on the griddle there. Again, nothing fancy about it. Bit of mustard in there. Some onions again, the same onions. Let's give this one a try. Again, the roll is nice and soft and fresh. Do you know what? It kind of is what it is. You're not going to expect the finest minced steak patty. It's not one of those ones you're going to pay £7 or £8 for at a food market kind of thing. But it's tasty enough. I mean, I've definitely had burgers, particularly at places like the Football, that cost more than this and don't taste as good. The burger, having been cooked on that flat griddle, it's got a nice kind of crispy texture on the outside. And while it's clearly never going to be the highest quality patty, it tastes just fine. The same onions that I had on the hot dog. So again, just with a little bit of bite, tiny bit of crunch, but no raw onion flavour to them at all. That's perfectly good, that is. Chris Higgitt. But, I mean, when I first saw, it was on YouTube actually, probably about 2.5 years ago. I saw about the £1 burger, and people then were saying, how does he do it? How, you know, how is it possible? Here we are, 2.5 years later. Food prices have gone up, inflation's rising all the time. That is one noisy seagull, isn't it? You know, food prices are going up, electric prices are going up. And he's still selling these £1 burgers. Fair play to him. He's a good advert for Blackpool. Like I say, of the sort of the value that is to be found around. I mean, oh, you can tell it's not bad because I've nearly finished it. So what else can I say about that? Not a lot, really. Like I say, fairly basic food, but tasty, actually tasty. And for £1 each, what is not to like? Like I say, you're here with the kids, quick little snack. You know, in a lot of places, kids are hungry. You're looking at 30 quid. You know, they want a McDonald's or something, and you've spent a load of money before you even know it. For that, and the guy's entertaining as well, you know. He's a well-known face around here. He puts his heart and soul into it. I believe he's standing for political office as well because he wants to try and help improve standards in Blackpool, so fair play to him for that. Yeah, if you're down here, get round and support him. Like I say, it's only £1. And for him to be doing it, I mean, he must be making a little bit of money on it, I guess. Every little helps at the moment, doesn't it? So if you can get there and support him, go and do it. Seems like a good lad. Okay, so that's going to be it from me for now. I'm going to have another little stroll down the seafront, seeing as the weather is relatively clement. I can even see tiny little patches of blue sky trying to poke through, so that's encouraging. Anyway, if you've enjoyed this little look at a very, very cheap thing to eat here in Blackpool from Higgitt's, the Las Vegas arcade, the £1 burger man, don't forget to click a thumbs up on there for me. It does help with the channel, and if you're new around here and you like what you've seen, why not consider clicking the subscribe button, ding your little bell for notifications, and that way you won't miss anything that comes up on the channel. Okay, now I've got to think what I'm going to have for me tea later. That'll be coming up on another episode. I'll see you then. Bye for now.